So I am coming back to making videos, and I think I'm gonna try things a little different. Just trying to find new ways to be of service, and I am with my moving out to BC and sort of living in the middle of nowhere. It's a little harder for me to be as much of service as that really makes me fulfilled. So I'm gonna dive right into it, and I am going to start by doing a little reading. It's meditations with Native American elders. It basically has a new one for every day, and my mom gave it to me actually as a gift, which thanks, Mom. So here we are, September 11th. I'll turn this down a little bit. I'm kennel training my dog, so sorry if you hear her crying in the background. It's so hard for me. I'm just like, I want to take her out, and I had to sort of get some confirmation from my neighbor who's had a few dogs, and I'm like, do I leave her in there while she's crying? Because sometimes I'm like, I want to cry with you. Anyway, so you might hear her crying in the background. So September 11th. Listen to all the teachers in the woods. Watch the trees, the animals, and all living things. You'll learn more from them than from books. And that's from Joey Coyhis, Stockbridge, Muncie. Hopefully I say that right. There's another little piece here. It says, nature is a living example of how communities live in harmony. If you go into the forest or mountain and sit still and watch, ask yourself what lessons are being taught. Then watch how the animals conduct themselves. Watch the plants and the trees and see how they naturally function amongst themselves. The trees could represent diversity. The flowers could represent people. Notice how everything in nature assists one another. See how balance works. See how conflict is handled. Can you see acts of forgiveness? Can you spot respect? Nature is full of wisdom if we only consider her to be our teacher. And that's all for that. It has a little piece on the bottom that says, today I intend to focus on. And for me today, I intended to focus on making my videos. Something I have been trying so hard to fit back into my schedule and do. I remember when I made the first couple, it just lit me up. It made me feel so good. And if there's one thing that I've learned, it's to follow the path that lights your way. And that's what that did. It lit me up, and in a way also I was very proud of myself. I'm like, wow, I'm doing something really possibly helpful. And I actually, as a person who's trying to rebuild their confidence in sobriety and recovery, I really need those things that make me feel like I'm getting better or doing good. Anyone who's in recovery knows that when you come back into your life, you're feeling sort of like small. And it's so important to grab onto those things that are lifting you up and making you feel fulfilled and complete. And you won't find that right away. I didn't. First, there was a lot of mending and learning about myself, because before recovery, all I knew was drinking, partying, and going out and being reckless and whatnot. So back then, I used to say, I don't have a hobby, but I can sure drink. Now, in recovery. I'm a little over 2 years. I actually just graduated from Nanaimo Edgewood program on the 4th. One of their counselors reached out to me to check in on me. And since then, I've tried the drums, anything. I've got skateboards. So anything that your heart, and when I say heart, I'm saying that if something comes into your mind that's good or positive and you're like, I want to do that, because it won't take long for your brain to convince you not to. Like, oh no, what are people gonna think? Oh no, don't do that, that's scary. Your heart answers first, and your brain potentially will talk you out of it. So this is where you gotta follow. This is where I've been trying to learn how to follow and reconnect with that. And I always go back to, what did they teach you in school when you're doing multiple choice, the first answer, that's what they say, the first answer is always the right one. And you know what? For the most part, I think that's right. And I have to say that it's got to be positive, because if your first answer that you want to do is something negative, then I'm going to probably say to question that. But so that was what I wanted to do, is give that little reading. I can hear my puppy in the background, so sorry for that. The last thing I wanted to end with is actually a daily reflections reading. And here we are. It's making amends. Funny, 'cause I'm kind of going on that one here, or step 8. Anyways, above all, we should try to be absolutely sure that we are not delaying because we are afraid. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 87. To have courage, to be unafraid, are gifts of my recovery. They empower me to ask for help and to go forth in making my amends with a sense of dignity and humility. Making amends may require a certain amount of honesty that I feel I lack. Yet with the help of your higher power and the wisdom of others, I can reach within and find the strength to act. My amends may be accepted or they may not, but after they are completed, I can walk with a sense of freedom and know that for today, I am responsible. And with that, I'll leave you with have a good day. Thanks for stopping by and listening, and everyone out there around the map that I know and I've touched my lives, and hopefully they know it, my teachers, my peers. I think about you, and I have a racing mind, so you certainly go through my mind, and I just wish you the best. Keep your chin up and keep moving forward. You got this. Bye.